I have here, and I wanted to move on. I wanted to fit this in before we leave. I'm proposing a new segment for the show to use in a lot of future editions.
What will Tim put in his mouth?
Today we're actually going pretty light. A lot of people already eat this all the time anyway.
It's like relatively mild Thai chilies is what they look like. They look like run-of-the-mill Thai chilies.
Yeah. Well, Thai chilies, they're not a joke, but here's the thing.
They're just basic. They're a little hotter than a jalapeno, but...
Yeah, I mean, now here's the thing. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yes, here's the thing.
You don't have to eat the whole thing at once.
I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
All right.
Puts out.
How about this? Do the handful.
All right.
Okay, listen. Here's,
oh my god. I wouldn't even do that.
Okay, listen. Here's the thing. As gutsy as Limber Tim is, he has no tolerance for hot food. What was it that we gave him a piece of hot food in California that wasn't hot at all?
You gave him like an Andy's hot fry or something.
What was,
yeah, it was something like that.
It was like one of those like...
It wasn't... I don't know.
Bagged hot fries. Oh no.
It was the Tapatio chips.
The Tapatio Doritos.
In California, they have Tapatio Doritos.
That shit blew my face off.
Yes, and here's the thing. The Tapatio Doritos, they're flavorful, but they're not hot.
It's like Tabasco.
Yeah, it's not that hot. But to him, these things were like up there on the Scoville scale. Like he may as well have put a fucking like habanero in his mouth and just like... I mean, he was dying, okay? I have
What's
here...
ridiculous, though, is that I love wasabi.
That's different. Horseradish is...
But everybody always says, you're like, but you don't like spicy food. And
well, capsaicin...
It's different.
It's different.
It is. It's totally different.
Yeah.
Capsaicin versus horseradish, which true wasabi is Japanese horseradish, which if you ever had, you probably have, having been in Japan. There's a difference between regular wasabi and true wasabi.
Yeah.
There's a huge difference between the one made with like just regular run-of-the-mill shit and the true Japanese horseradish, which is like way more potent and so much better.
It's so good.
Oh, it's delicious. I fucking love wasabi. But anyways, capsaicin is an ingredient, or the chemical rather, in chilies and things that we consider spicy that cause the pain.
I'm just picturing what's about to happen. So the Tapatio ones blew his face off, and he acted like he was dying. And I have here, the other night I ordered some General Tso's chicken extra spicy, and by extra spicy, all that really means is that when they're cooking it, they just add more of these little.
They just throw like 3 or 4 more chilies in it and saute it up or whatever the fuck.
Now,
or they just find them and put them in the box so you think it's spicier.
I have here...
So I had a piece and I was like, hey.
1, 2, 3... We'll say 5 if you combine these 3 little pieces. 5...
You know what? Just give him one of the little tiny ones. That'll be more than enough.
No, I'm gonna...
No, man,
not gonna put out. I already just
You're gonna do the whole handful?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I say I'm gonna do it, I might throw up.
Please do not... Yeah, throw up while we're here and not in my car.
So, well, I have here a handful of Thai chilies. Tim, if you please just hold your hand.
No, I want to get all of them.
I know.
Just let him put them on the fork. No, let him put them on the fork like a
fork them. Okay, that's fine. Just make sure you get them.
He can at least eat them like a civilized person.
Well, no, you gotta get them all.
No, poke them.
They don't poke.
No, fold them up and poke them so they're all on the fork at once.
Shh, I got this.
All right. So as soon as we get these chilies on,
Jesus Christ.
These things do not look good.
They're not. They're good.
Flavorful.
They're just gonna be a little hot.
They look like they're gonna rape my face. Actually.
All right.
All right. You ready?
All right, down the hatch. Make sure you chew.
Get them all in there.
Get them all.
Oh my god.
If you gotta, please.
Okay.
If you're gonna spew into this. Can we find a bucket?
Oh, look at his face. Look at his face.
I just stuck all the juice out.
Oh.
I really can't eat these.
You're missing. Vinny.
I gotta get these out of my mouth.
I can hear the face he's No,
making.
what are you doing?
I don't need him. I don't need him vomiting in my car. I was trying to look for a bucket that he could puke into. We should have prepared. Wow.
You okay?
Oh, it's in my teeth. Somebody should give me a minty piece of gum. That'd be great right now.
Are those tears? Yeah.
How are there no trash cans here? Breathe.
I am crying right now.
I know. Well, that's what it does. The great thing about okay, so I used to make hot sauce.
Hold on. I'm enjoying this right now.
I'm not.
So this is the very...
Hey, did you touch any of those, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
Wash your hands.
Oh yeah, don't rub your eyes.
Don't rub your eyes, and don't touch your penis.
This is actually...
Why?
Because it hurts.
I kind of want to try that.
It burns.
Actually...
And also, just not that you have anything to worry about right now, but also, don't forget to wash your hands before you have sex with somebody.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That would be terrible.
Yeah, she did
Oh, there's
not.
a seed on my finger.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
The seeds are the worst part.
My tongue feels like it's got knifed.
It'll take about 10 or 15 minutes, it'll go away.
10 or 15 minutes?
Yeah.
It's like an hour.
Hey, this was the... Look, I just want you to know, this is the first...
Oh, I touched my eye.
It might burn a little bit.
This is... Look, this was the first iteration of the what will Limberton put in his mouth segment.
What will Limberton put in his eye, too? Seems like...
Jizz? Jizz in your mouth? Jizz in your eye?
Whatever.
Whatever.
Oh my god. Yo,
That
do we have
was-
milk or something?
No, just sip on water. Sip on water is the best thing.
Oh, that would be... I can't wait. What? Now I gotta go home and think of, like...
No more spicy.
What's going... Oh, are you kidding? That was amazing.
No more spicy.
Now I gotta think about what's going in his mouth next. Ooh! We'll go to a butcher shop and get, like, a goat's eye or something like
Sure,
that.
no problem.
Alright,
As long
well,
as it's not spicy.
we gotta find something grosser than that, I guess. But no,
Yeah.
There's nothing that would gross me out. Poop. I wouldn't eat poop. I would never eat
I'm
poop.
not gonna let you eat poop.
No, we're not gonna make you eat poop. I don't know, maybe we'll slather it in
Unless it was
ranch.
your own poop.
What if,
No,
what
I'm
if-
not doing it.
Because it won't get you sick.
Listen, what if you poop and,
That was the only point.
and listen, let's do this. I have a deep fryer that I'd be willing
I'm not deep frying poop.
No, listen.
You're not gonna be able to use that deep fryer ever again.
If I washed it well enough, I would. Listen, I have a deep fryer. Well,
There's not enough bleach in the world to make me use that deep fryer again.
We'll roll the
I'm
turd.
not deep frying poop.
We'll roll the turd around in some beer batter.
No,
deep
no.
fry
Okay,
it.
so now you just want to kill me too.
Deep fry. Oh yeah, that's right. You're allergic to beer. It's funny.
I mean,
Okay.
it wouldn't really be.
How about just the batter? I'll get some pancake. Ooh, pancake batter.
I don't like pancakes.
Well, what a fucking fruit. No, okay. We'll roll it around in something.
You know, people are allowed to not like things. Now, not liking pancakes, pretty much un-American.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think we established
If there's
that
not enough
already.
maple syrup in there, then I can eat the pancake.
Well, how about this?
But it's got to be more maple syrup than pancake.
Do you like donuts?
I love donuts.
Okay, so then we'll roll the poop around in like donut dough, you know, like some kind of donut batter. Deep fry it, then slather it with like a maple syrup frosting, and then you can eat it.
My whole esophagus burns right now.
Obviously, we're not eating poop. We'll find something for you to eat.
Yeah, we're not gonna make him eat poop. That's just...
Raw
No.
meat. Raw meat.
That's so wrong.
Raw meat? Ew.
I'll eat raw. I've eaten it before.
What?
It's delicious.
Raw.
Steak tartare and stuff. Oh my god, it's so good.
What about like raw?
You can eat... What? How do you think you eat sushi or rare steak? You're pretty much eating raw meat.
Chicken?
And-
what, you want me to die from salmonella? You're an
No.
asshole.
You can eat raw chicken. It has to be prepared correctly. You were about to put your feet on that,
I
right?
was.
You were. You totally were.
Yeah.
Um,
I caught myself. I didn't.
Raw eggs. How do people eat raw eggs? That seems actually like
Drink them.
it's.
It's really about it. That's all you can do.
But like, isn't it bad for you?
No.
Have you ever eaten?
No, because a lot of eggs are pasteurized.
Have you ever eaten the half-grown chicken in the egg
Oh,
in the Philippines?
I saw that.
No.
Yeah.
Made me throw up.
I'm pretty sure it's a duck,
You ate it?
too.
Yes.
I think it's a duck.
I don't know what it is. It's
I
a
think it's-
fucking bird in an egg.
It's
And
a
I
duck.
ate it and made me
Oh,
throw up.
what's his face? Was it Bizarre Foods?
Andrew Zimmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does that shit. And he said, you know, it's good, but there's a lot of stuff out there that's probably, you know, like, shit, I'll try it once, but you know what? I'm not gonna eat it on a
I'm still
consistent
dying from
basis.
these peppers.
I told you it's gonna take 10 or 15 minutes. If you just focus on something else, it'll go away. You can build your tolerance to it.
Yeah.
That's not
If you get
something I
yourself a
wanna
bottle
do.
of Tabasco
No,
sauce
that's terrible.
and just take like a few spoonfuls throughout the day, it can also boost your metabolism
It does,
and your...
and it clears you out.
Yeah, do you know why it boosts your metabolism? Because your heart and your body's like, she just no.
Get it
Can
out.
actually, I think you can kill yourself with enough...
You can.
There are some people that insta-vomit when they try and do, and like they do on YouTube, like, I'm gonna take shots of like this like 10 million Scoville
Oh, fuck
fucking... Yeah, and they're like, in the mouth, contents of the fucking stomach and everything else coming out immediately. It's like cinnamon.
The body's like, no. No.
Yeah,
The
basically.
body's like, no. This is no.
You know what? You're gonna suffer for trying to put that in me. I'm gonna make everything else come out.
Well, they make you. I ate a burrito in California once. That
They make you sign the waiver or whatever.
they made me. Yeah, they made me sign.
I've
a
done
waiver.
wings like that before.
Yeah, they were like, hey, listen.
I ate 3.
Before you eat this burrito. Well,
They give you 10. You have to eat 10 to make it on the wall. I was like, fuck it, I'll do 20, not knowing how spicy they were.
Yeah.
I made it through
So
3.
you pushed out.
I made it through 3. I couldn't. The key, and I didn't know this beforehand. This was years ago. Is to eat them as quickly as goddamn possible.
Yeah, you just fucking.
Yeah, you just so you pushed out.
Because it's not gonna get any worse.
Yes, I pushed out,
I just pushed out.
but I can handle spicy things.
But when you're eating these things, it's not gonna get any worse than it already will be after you've finished one wing.
That's not true.
No, that's true.
No,
it
that's
is
not true.
at all.
Okay, it peaks.
Okay, it
What
will
I'm
at
saying-
some point,
what I'm
but
saying is there's a
here's what I'm gonna do.
plateau.
We're gonna get a bucket of habaneros, and you're gonna eat a habanero.
I've eaten 5. Do you want to hear? Okay.
Keep eating them.
No, listen.
It'll get. What made you stop? Did you run out of habaneros?
No, listen. Okay. Before.
Pretty sure it's a pain that made you stop.
Listen, in high school, I worked at Food Lion, and I worked with assholes apparently because I had no money for gas for my car to get home, and I was a teenager and
I
had
feel
no.
like I'm dying.
I was a teenager
fine.
and had no foresight. So of course I didn't get gas or I went to work, and I'm like, oh well, fucking guess I'm fucked. Can't really get home. I don't have enough gas to get home. I have enough to get to the gas station, and that's it. And so I literally all I needed was like $10, just and this is back when gas was like $1.38 a gallon. $10 would have filled me up. I'm just asking my fellow coworkers, like, hey man, and we're all in high school. Hey, you got like a couple bucks? I'm just trying to mooch. No one would give me a fucking dime.
This was back when gas was cheap too.
And it was cheap, yeah. Like someone could have
You
filled
need a gallon of gas for like $1.50.
Yeah, someone could have filled my tank up, and then I could have bought them lunch, and we would have broke even. Like, I mean, it was cheap. So no one would give me money for gas. And I guess throughout the day, there was this running joke where some of the people were taking fresh habanero peppers from the produce section and taking like little bites out of them, and it was like a ha 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 funny John ate a piece of a pepper and now he's dying in the bathroom for
Kind of like how I just did.
for 10 minutes. He's in the bathroom like dying, but he's fine after 10 minutes. Okay, it's fine. I'm just
Yeah, you're like,
okay.
this is the worst thing I've ever experienced until you do something worse.
Now here's the thing. I told them, I said, you know what? Screw this.
Naga Jolokia peppers, I got one.
You won't give me money for gas.
Well, I got some.
I'm gonna earn it.
I have the hottest hot sauce in the world too in my house.
No, okay, well, I want to hear the story
Sorry.
about him eating 5 habaneros.
I apologize.
I go to the produce section. I get the 5 habanero peppers.
They're nice socks. They're very comfortable. We're paying attention.
Are we telling this story?
We are ADHDing your story here. We're having a conversation while you have a conversation. All right. So there's this guy
Put a
that
face on the wall and you can talk to that for a little while.
there's this guy at Food Lion. He has spicy peppers, and no
No,
one wants
shut
to
up,
give you
shut
gas
up.
money.
So you're gonna earn the money.
Yeah, and so they're like,
I was getting there.
Someone,
I asked-
someone's paying attention.
I asked them, I'm like, what do I have to do to fucking get you guys to give me some money for gas? And they go, you have not yet had some of the habanero peppers that everyone's been munching on today.
Munching on like their snack food.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, when I say munching on, like I said, literally it was like people taking like a nibble out of one, like...
Pussies.
Yeah. And me, by the way, in high school, never ate spicy food. I just didn't like spicy food. Didn't. It wasn't my thing. Like when I ordered my General Tso's chicken, I always said mild, no broccoli. That's how I ordered my fucking food.
No problem.
First
But,
off, you only get like 3 pieces of broccoli. I think you can live with it.
But that takes up space, and then there's less chicken. And they would always fill
It's
that
like
space. with
mushy,
more-
flattened broccoli. How does it take up
It
space?
did. I always got a little bit more
That's
chicken
fine.
when I did that. But anyway.
So you never had spicy food.
So I didn't really eat spicy food, so I had no tolerance to speak of. Like, a jalapeno to me was really... It's like, I had your tolerance. The tolerance you have now is the tolerance I had back then. I had none. So I'm like, you know what? And honestly, again, remember, I'm the kid who, when I was 8 years old, told my mom, yeah, I can down that bottle of whiskey without flinching. And again, like with the hot sauce.
Yep.
The whiskey.
Insta-vomit.
Yeah, insta-vomit. The bottle went up. The contents of the stomach came out. That's just exactly how it went.
Stuff went in, body said, nope. And you know what? You're taking your friends with you.
Yeah, hey child, you are 8 years old. You don't need to be drinking. Bah. So the body knew. But anyway, I got the 5 habanero peppers, took them over to the register. I paid for it's funny, I didn't even steal them like most people at a grocery store would my age. Like I stole
They're five
$3,000.
habanero, yeah.
I stole like $3,000 worth of groceries during my time there, but I paid for these peppers like an asshole. So I had these five peppers, and they all gathered around. It was like 11 p.m. by the way. No one was in the store, so it was just us. And I've got these 5 peppers. There's people that like got off at 10, but they stayed.
Why do you have 5 peppers again when everyone else was just nibbling on
That
one?
was the number. They were like, eat 5 of these peppers whole.
So everyone else gets to do it just for shits and giggles, and
Yeah.
for you to get $5, you got to eat 5 whole
Well, no.
habaneros.
The bet was there were 10 people there. The bet was that they would give me $5 each.
Okay,
So
$50.
$50.
$10 a habanero?
yeah.
I'd do it. I'd force myself to do it.
Oh, and have you had a habanero pepper?
No.
There's no way that one habanero pepper is worth 10. It's easily worth 50 by itself. A
Yes.
whole habanero pepper,
This is true.
50 by itself.
How big
I
are
should
they?
have made $250 that night.
Say again?
How big are they?
About like yay.
They're only about this big, but
Yeah.
let's.
But how long are they?
No, they're like roundish.
They're like a ball, like
they're
this
mini
big, right?
pumpkins almost.
All right,
Mini pumpkins? There's an exploding pumpkin tree thing that sends seeds out at
we'll get to
160
that in a
miles an
second.
hour.
A jalapeno is a rating of about 2,000 to 5,000 on the Scoville scale.
Oh, what is?
A habanero.
Oh, habanero.
A
Okay.
jalapeno.
I'm sorry, a jalapeno.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let me put this in perspective. A bell pepper is 0 to 1.
What's it? A bell pepper's not spicy?
The Scoville
Exactly.
scale. Okay, the
Scoville scale is basically
Yeah.
it's a dilution amount. How many parts of this per parts of water does it take to be undetectable, right? So a jalapeno, 2,000 to 5,000, depending on,
It's a hot rating.
right? Yeah, it's just
I
how
got-
hot
I
it
got
is.
I got the gist of what.
A habanero is 200 to 500,000.
Okay.
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 A Scotch bonnet is a type of habanero, and that we're talking upwards of 800,000. Naga peppers, or the ghost peppers that I mentioned earlier, go upwards of 2 million.
Why would you eat that?
Okay.
It doesn't sound like a.
So
Huh.
back to the 5 habaneros he's eating for $50.
You gotta put it in perspective.
Yeah, but again, I mean, I'm in high school. I'm stupid. You know, I really have no inclination to not do this. So I've got I guess I need to get home. I need fucking gas. I'm gonna do what I need to do. So I have these 5 habaneros. There are people, like I said, that got off at 10 that stayed an extra hour.
It's 1,000
and
times
hung out.
hotter than one jalapeno.
and hung out just to watch me do this. And of course, I think, you know what, man? I'll tell you what, I actually had it in my head. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pop all 5 of these fuckers in my mouth, eat them all at once.
Oh, no.
I will swish them through my teeth, all under my tongue. I'll rub them all over my face.
You've never had a habanero at this point in your life, right?
Never. Never. The hottest thing I ever had was probably a jalapeno. Like, to me,
Or Chinese food, a Thai chili is pretty
Right.
pretty spicy too.
yeah, and see, like, to me, at this point, like, I
Comparatively, it's like 10,000, I think.
I didn't know that things this hot even existed at this point in my life. I had no idea what I was about to do to myself. I took these 5 habaneros, you know, and again, the image in my head, throw them in, swish them, get them all over the place, rub them all over, just to really put on a show, you know? 'cause
No big deal.
Right.
Look what I can do.
And
Thanks
to-
for the $50, suckers.
right, and I was literally gonna grin and bear it and put on a show, and then once I got
When if you just licked one, it would have hurt.
right,
Yeah.
and then literally, until I got away from them, you know, took my money and got in the car and
cried.
and cried
Forever.
Like, I was gonna like suck it up until I got away from them. Let me tell you how it really went.
In reality.
So I took the handful of habaneros and literally I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I threw them before I chewed. I put them all in my mouth.
They take up a lot of space too, so you're like...
They do, and so I had all 5 in my mouth. And you know when something is.
You're like, I immediately regret
Yeah.
this decision.
You know when something like when you know when you take too big of a bite of food and you're trying to chew
But you can't.
but you can't.
Because there's so much stuff in your
There's
mouth,
so
your
much
jaw won't open
Right.
anymore.
Right, and every time you chew, it's like you're chewing the same bit because you can't move the food around
Yeah.
to chew the rest. That's what happened, but with habaneros. So like I threw them all in and I bit down, and the instant I bit down, this juice shot out of the peppers and hit the back of my throat. I don't know if you've ever had anything, you know, like you've bitten into something particularly juicy and it shoots back into your throat.
Yeah.
That feeling alone it's no good. But when this juice, this unfiltered juice that has not been salivated or diluted at all, shoots right back into your throat. I'm gonna.
It's like pure capsaicin.
Yeah. So it shoots back, and immediately, before I even can really chew, and I've already talked shit, by the way. I told them I'm gonna swish it in my mouth. I'm gonna show you guys that I'm swishing it. But instantly, as soon as this juice hits the back of my throat, have you guys ever used a neti pot?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I know what it is.
But okay, the neti pot, You know what it is. If you use it correctly, it's supposed to clear your sinuses, and you fill pretty much
in one nostril, right out the other.
Right. And if you do it right, no problem.
You're supposed to close off your throat.
If you do the neti pot wrong,
it's an awful experience.
Right. It's actually kind of an equivalent experience, and the same result, the same noise and general actions come about as the habanero juice hitting the back of the throat. is the immediate sound that happens.
You fucking sounded like Donald Duck.
In front of everybody. I'm like gargling this fucking juice now because involuntarily gargling. So
you still have the habaneros in your mouth.
Oh, they're still there.
Okay. But
I have to keep chewing. I have to do it. So it becomes a matter of willpower. So I'm like, fuck. Okay, so I'm hacking and coughing and chewing all at the same time. It's at a point where I'm trying not to have the peppers explode out of my mouth onto everybody else. So I'm closing my mouth while coughing. Do you know what happens when you close your mouth while you cough? Guess where? It's got to go somewhere.
You're in your face.
It goes up your fucking nose and out your nose. so I'm like, and I close my mouth.
Like when you vomit so hard, it has nowhere else. There's so much coming out.
It's got to come out.
I've had that happen so many times.
Yes. And so this crushed, and at this point I've chewed it up into like a paste. You know, I've gotten it pretty chewed, but I'm still coughing and hacking from the juice hitting my throat. And now it's going. I don't know, one huge cough, just with my fucking mouth closed, and this fucking habanero paste shoots up and out of my fucking nostril.
So it's all up in your sinuses everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Literally, I felt it go, and I mean, it was instant. It's not like I feel the paste and I'm like, oh shit. Like, I feel as the paste is running up through my fucking nasal cavity and comes out, it's almost like that movie Volcano when the lava's shooting through the fucking sewers.
And it comes shooting up through the...
Right, and Tommy Lee Jones, like, sticks his hand over the fucking open grate, and it's like, and it burns him right away. It was instant. The paste goes through my fucking nostrils and instantly burns. So now I'm like... like, fucking dying. People are laughing. These people are cracking, just like I was laughing at you a minute ago for these peppers. These people are fucking dying. I swear, like, one of the people watching, her name was Margie. She was 88 years old. She was a night cashier, and she was fucking about to pee herself. She thought it was the funniest... In her...
She probably did, at that age.
Yeah, in her 88 years of living...
She's like, it's just another day.
You would think that this was the funniest thing she'd ever witnessed in her entire fucking life. And at this point, this is when I literally...
And she was there when SNL was good.
At this point, this is literally when I began to hate all of my coworkers. I began to hate them. And this is when the cunty feelings came back, and I wanted to kill all of them. Like, I just wanted them all dead. But, I hated them so much. I sat there and suffered through these 5 habanero peppers. And by the way, finished them, swallowed them like I fucking had to. And now, all this burning sensation that's going on
shit fire for the next week and a half.
All over my whole face is now going down my esophagus and into my stomach. And I want to tell you what that was like. I got off at 11 p.m. I'll tell you when I got in my car to go home. 4:30 a.m. the next morning. I was at that fucking grocery store until 4:30 a.m. with a loaf of bread, a gallon of milk, and in front of the water fountain right next to the bathroom. Until 4:30 a.m. And my
make it go away.
My rotation was eat a slice of bread, wash it down with some milk, rinse with some water, go in the bathroom, shit, come back out, repeat. And
this was like instant shitting for you?
Oh, my stomach was tore up.
It's the equivalent, like I said, it's the fire that is created by the capsaicin. It makes everything in your body
hate you,
kick into overdrive.
Yeah. Hate you.
And if you manage to actually swallow that much stuff and get it in your stomach, your body goes, gotta get it out, gotta get it out. So it's going out one way or the other, and if I'm not gonna vomit it out, I'm just gonna dump everything out of the ass right now. Like, screw making poop, it's just coming out.
Yeah. Oh, it was bad.
That's so funny.
It was terrible. And
it burns too, because it's so sensitive, right? Like, it's liquid fire, just...
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you right now, it honestly took about 5 days before I no longer feared pooping. Like, I was afraid to poop.
Every time you sit down, you're like, not again, not again, not again, not again.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, you want to... Here's a question that was answered. Can you make a grown man weep tears of joy by him pooping?
When it finally
The answer to that question is yes, you can. So long as it's preceded by 5 days of shitting fire.
Well, it's 1 day for every habanero, I guess.
I guess so, yeah. That's the going rate. Is per habanero.
One habanero, one awful day
One
of
awful-
everything.
And I lost a lot. And now here's the thing: I was a beanpole already in high school.
So you're not gonna eat anything,
Yeah,
or be able to like absorb anything, because like I said, your body literally says nope, just getting it out.
Yeah, I was 100.
Because your body's not used to it.
I was 145 pounds in high school.
I was
And
135.
It's like a wrestling diet.
130, I was 136.
Yeah.
There you go.
I ended up.
Or what?
I was 136.
Yeah, I went down. I dropped.
When you were how old?
17, 18, 19.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I was my wrestling weight. 135.
Yeah, I dropped to like 132 after the habanero incident.
I weighed 198 pounds at the end of 11th grade. And then I dropped a crap ton of weight thanks to Stacker 2 when it was
Not effective.
when it was bad for you, yeah. And then I dropped down to like 155, 160 over the summer. And mind you, that's only like 2.5 months. That's a shit ton of weight in 2.5 months. And then I slowly got back up to about 170, 175. And I've been basically the same weight ever since
When
high
I
school.
first started wrestling,
So I don't know what it's like to be
I weighed in
130.
at
I wish.
like 158. And
I was 130 pounds in like 6th grade. That's when I was 130 pounds.
I weighed 158 when I first started wrestling, for the first time in high school, and in less than 2 weeks I dropped down to 135.
You know what I'm going to do? We're not going to do it, obviously, like, the next time, or, you know, it's going to be... Every time can't be what can we get him to put in his mouth sort of thing, but one day, I'm going to bring in my homemade habanero extract, which is basically pure habanero heat. It's just literally just the
You're juicing a habanero.
No, it's a little different, but yeah.
Juicing a habanero.
Let me put it to you this way. I got a fifth of Everclear.
Okay.
Because you have to make it with alcohol, and in Maryland you can actually get 95% Everclear. Not here, where it's only 151 proof, which is ridiculous. So a fifth of it, and you mix it with habanero or anything. This is how you make an extract for anything. In jars. You know those big bottles of Tabasco sauce, like you get it like when you in restaurants have, like, or you can get in the grocery store. They're the bigger ones, not like a jug, but the big glass bottle. They're like,
yeah, we got
like probably like 8 inches tall, right? I had that for 5 years. I gave one to somebody else, and I still have one. It's been sitting around for 5 years.
Okay.
Because the stuff is so strong that you really cannot use more than like...
a drop.
Yeah, you get like an eyedropper, and you put like a few drops in something if you want it to be hot.
In like a pot of chili.
Yes.
Yeah, a few drops in a pot. Yeah.
Yeah, and like a whole like 2 gallons of chili, you put like 5 drops and you're good.
Yeah.
So what happens if you put more?
It's just there's no flavor. It's just
It
heat.
just overcomes the flavor. Yeah.
I don't know.
I can give you like 1/8 of a teaspoon of this stuff, and it's going to be worse than what he experienced with the 5 habaneros.
So it's a cleanser.
Yeah. Exactly. There you go.
Sure.
It's an enema kit. It's a home enema kit. Right there.
I will
Well,
cleanse my body for you guys.
Enema from the top down, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an internalized enema. You don't actually.
I'll do it.
Well, all that milk and bread and water that you're going to ingest too is going to add to that too. So, yeah, we'll bring it in
Well,
one
no,
day.
because milk's a binder.
Not when your body's evacuating. It's like
I bet you I could eat enough cheese.
there
my
was
body's like,
an
I don't know
alien
what to do.
there was an alien invasion inside your body, and it's getting it out of the ship. It's like, hey, I'm just going to dump everything out into space. I don't care what's in here.